Blueprint is a unique visual podcast that will begin each show with a Blueprint Shuffle. Yep, you heard me correctly. We will be shuffling. Grab a pen and a paper because the nuggets will be dropped for you to use and grow. We will interview business owners and music artists, and you'll be able to meet the person behind the brand. Each show will have a giveaway, so stay tuned to win. Thank you guys for tuning in. I know y'all missed my husband doing those shuffle in the beginning, so y'all stuck with y'all girl. But thank y'all for tuning in on this wonderful Tuesday. I know it's cold wherever y'all at because it's cold over here in Texas, okay? So, guys, we have the amazing, let me see if he is available. Let's see, can I find Eric Jones? There you go. Hey, Eric, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am so glad to have you on the show. Guys, he do a plethora of things, and I do not want to mess up all the things that he does. So I'm going to have him introduce himself. Please tell us about you.
Thank you for having me on first. My name is Eric Jones Jr., the underdog with the heroic heart. I'm a father. I'm a teacher. I'm a podcast host. I have a clothing line, and I do speaking, and I coach too.
Wow.
Not like life coaching. I ain't there yet.
I love it. I love it. Did y'all hear all those hats that he wear? I was not about to mess that up, guys. Okay. I'm like, introduce yourself, baller. Okay. I love it. I love it. And so you wear so many hats. Have you ever thought about giving up? Like, how do you wear those hats and be like, I'm done? Like, have you ever thought about just giving up? Like, I'm not doing this no more.
Yeah. When you do things, you think about it, but then you realize like you overcame so many obstacles early in your life. I was born with a disability, so I overcame stuff since birth. So all those things I overcame, having those different surgeries, being bullied, attempt to commit suicide, all those different challenges make it easy for challenges in life. Like, it's easy to overcome somebody telling me no, or getting let go from a job, or I'm not making as many sales, or I'm not getting as many speaking gigs, or people not listening to the podcast. That's easy. That's nothing hard. So when I look at life, it's like, okay, I overcame so many stuff. I can't give up because I had to go through all those things to get here to help people. So it's like you want to give up because it's overwhelming, especially when you do stuff by yourself. But it's like, you can't give up because there's so many people that depend on you.
I love that. I love that. And so I realized, so basically, like, one of your business is the underdog, right? So I guess that kind of says a whole lot by itself. And so it's not one of my questions, but do you mind telling us, like, why did you name it the underdog?
I've been the underdog since '86. And I didn't realize like underdog wasn't a bad thing. Like when you hear underdog, you kind of look at it as a bad thing. It's not a bad thing because everybody that's successful was an underdog. At some point in their life, some point in their journey, they were the underdog. And so I was doing different, I had a different podcast. My first podcast, I was like motivational Eric, and I wasn't me. I'm a little ratchet. I curse a little bit. I'm funny. I say crazy stuff. So I started another one. Then I ended up getting co-hosts, and one of them passed away due to a tragic accident. And I was like, what am I going to do this? What am I going to do? And I was like, underdog just kept coming up. And I was like, well, underdog is kind of cool, but I'm going to change how you spell it. I'm going to spell dog because I got that kind of dog. I ain't D-O-G. I'm D-A-W-G. I got that dog. And I was like, I'm going to just have that because since I've been speaking, I've always been Eric Jones Jr., the underdog with the heroic heart. So I'm like, let me just stick with the underdog because underdog talk is really just people that want to be more successful, that want to get over the hump, but they don't know how because they're not having the right kind of conversations, or they're not around the right people, or they didn't hear somebody's story that overcame something that's worse than what they've been through. Like the people out here, like they got some stories like, I ain't got nothing on them. And I was born with a disability. They wasn't even born this. They just had to go through this. And when I hear different stories, it's like, if they can do it, I can do it. And that's kind of what underdog talk is. And who I am. Like if I can do it, you can do it. If I can play basketball, you can play basketball. If I can drive, if I can lift weights, you can do all those different things too.
I love it. I love it. And so I don't know if you know, so the name of the show is called Unmasking the Blueprint. And so even though it's not called the underdog, so Unmasking the Blueprint talks to entrepreneurs so that they can tell people about their brand, right? And then in the
Mhm.
process, you can't help but tell people how your brand started. And 90% of the entrepreneurs, they started where? From the underdog.
Yep.
And so I love it because it's so true. And that's why I love the show, because there's somebody out there going, Eric is just great because he's Eric, or because he did, and when they hear your story, it's like Eric started from the underdog. And so I love when y'all tell y'all real genuine story, because it helps and inspires other people. So I love that. Okay. So what is it about the underdog that you love?
Nobody else believe in me.
Oh,
I'm the only person that believe in me. Like, if I didn't believe in myself playing basketball, do you think anybody gonna pick me? I got short arms. They gonna be like, nah, bro, we ain't picking you. Or they might pick me, be like, oh yeah, let the dude with the disability play finally. Nah, y'all gonna pick me, or if y'all don't, I got next, and y'all gonna see why y'all should have picked me. And that's
oh,
kind of the attitude I've always had. Like, I love that people underestimate me. I love when I'm a teacher. I'm far from the most professional. I struggle, right. I'm not the typical teacher, but all the kids love me. And it's because I'm myself. When you're the underdog, you're yourself, because nobody else believes that you can do it. Nobody else thinks that you got the talent, or because they didn't want it or they couldn't do it, you couldn't do it. So I love that people don't believe in me. I love that people underestimate me. I love when I walk in the room, they like, what we about to get from this dude? Like, who is this dude? I'm 5'7", 140, and my arms are shorter than everybody else, but I'm a giant when I walk in any room. And it's
okay.
when when you have that, it's like you cool. You enjoy your life being the underdog. And I'm a successful underdog, because success doesn't always look like money. Everybody think, oh, I gotta have this to be. No, you don't, because guess what? It's a lot of people with money that ain't successful, and that's why people are committing suicide and doing dumb stuff, because they're not successful in their life, and that comes from within. And being the underdog comes from within. Like, I love that who I am as a person. I love Eric Jones Jr. And I don't care if you don't like me. Like I tell people, everybody ain't like Jesus. Everybody not gonna like me. So long as I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing as that underdog, then I love it. And I love how people eventually get attracted. At first, they like, I don't really like him. You don't know me. Then you get to know me, and now you like, oh, I like him. I mess with him. I want to work with him. This and that. And I love that, because I think we put too much into people actually liking us, and they don't gotta like us.
Ooh, I like that. That's true. How do you get overcoming your disability when you're around other people who had a disability, or people who don't have a disability?
So working in the schools is the beginning of the year is like horrible. Oh, what? Why is your arms like that? From all the kids, especially if I'm new at the school. Like this school year, I was new at the school, so I had to go through the whole explaining and all that. And then after a while, I'm just me. Like sometimes you get that you can see people don't really want to mess with you. All right, that's cool. I'm gonna mess with you either. But it's more so of I get accepted once people actually get to know me. Like if you look at
Mm.
me, you'd be like, I don't know. But it's like it's 2022. Everybody look different. Ain't nobody real. Everybody got BBL, plastic surgery, all this different stuff. I just look different. So when I'm around people that don't, it's like my confidence is higher than theirs, because I gotta have that confidence. And it's like then it attracts them to have that same confidence. But when I was younger, I used to go to Shriners Hospital, and that's where I had all my surgeries and stuff. That's where people that had this kids had disabilities, and I used to go in there like, dang, I got it good. Like some of these kids got it way worse than me, or they might not have a family that supported them. So I would feel I would feel out of place around other people with disabilities. But then when I would like, into a certain point that I got as an adult, I would feel out of place when I'm around people without them. So I felt out of place either where I would go until I realized like just be yourself, just be you. People gonna accept you. Everybody look different. And I remember my mom told me like your arms ain't gonna grow. Like you gotta accept that you got that situation. And when I accepted that, that's when I accepted being able to be around different people and realizing everybody equal, but everybody different.
I like that. I like that. When you walk in the room, that's what's that you smell that? That's that confidence.
Yeah. When I walk in the room, the ground shake.
Huh? The
When I
ground.
walk in the ground shake when I walk in the room.
I like that. I like that. I like that. How do you inspire people when you're going through your own challenges? Like when you're not even feeling your own self. Like how do you still inspire people?
I just wake up and do it. Like people don't. Oh, my bad, it hit mute. But if people knew what I went through, like on an everyday basis,
Mhm.
they would realize, oh, he really go through stuff. I wake up and have neck pains and nerve issues, and I still got to go out and teach. I still got to go out and do everything. And it's just, you understand your purpose is bigger than what you got going on. Because you're going to get past what you got going on. You're going to get past maybe paycheck to paycheck, not making sales, not getting the stuff that you need. But if you keep pushing and you keep helping other people and you're doing what your purpose is, those things won't be the same. You'll be able to overcome. You'll be able to have the money you need. You'll be able to live wherever you do all those different things. So it's like it's a process. And you realize in that process, because if you go on social media and you look at people, you their life is beautiful. No, it's not. It's not beautiful. Everybody's going through something, but everybody don't put it up there. And when you realize that, okay, this person going through this, or if you see an interview and they said they just went through something, but you just seen them for the last month put up inspirational videos, that gives you the encouragement to like, okay, let me just keep pushing this out. And I look at it as a lot of my videos be about me. Like people don't even realize it be about me. I'm talking to myself, and I just know somebody else feel that way. And so it's really me helping me get out of that funk when I'm doing the motivational stuff, or if I'm inspiring kids, is me talking to my old self. So it's really me versus me when it comes to that. And it's like if I don't continue, if I don't inspire, if I don't do what my purpose is, then I'm gonna be stuck in a situation, and it might get worse. So let me put a smile on my face. Let me do this 1 minute video and be able to help somebody else out, because to be honest, my videos help me out. I've been in situations recently and I just posted that video. I can't even do that. And it's so, like I said, my videos are for me. So it's kind of easier to make the video to help myself, because I can think of, okay, I just told the world not to do that, so I can't do it. So it's really me versus me. And if I stop posting videos, then nobody gonna know who I am.
I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, guys. And so, do you have a you're muted. And so, do you have a website or anything that they can go look at or go subscribe to and like?
Yeah, so I have a clothing line. I haven't been like posting a lot on there, but it's new stuff on there. It's me and my son's clothing line. It's called christiandewan.com, or Christian Dewan clothing line. I don't know why I always say christiandewan.com, but that's the website, christiandewan.com. And if your listeners use the promo code underdog talk, and underdog is spelled UNDERDAWG, they'll get 15% off, just because I'm on here and I didn't have a giveaway because I didn't post anything new. But I actually do have a giveaway to one of your listeners. If they tune in, or if they write me or inbox, however, when I share my social media, and they can be a guest, and then they can get a free product off of my website. So I'll do that. I thought of that and I didn't write you before, but I'm gonna do that. So that's the website for the clothing line. For the podcast, um any podcast platform you listen to, Underdog Talk, and on YouTube, just type in Underdog Talk. Really, if you type in Underdog Talk the way it's spelled, you're gonna find me somewhere on however. So that's really how you find me.
Okay. So what he's going to do when the show is over, he's going to drop his links underneath the comments so y'all can easily go and find him. That's what we're going to do. All
Okay.
right. So before we leave out, we would like for you to drop us some nuggets. Give
Okay,
us
some nuggets. If you're if you're feeling like you're the underdog, if you're feeling like you're in a situation where it won't get better, first you got to have a vision. You got to like see what life looks like past what you're going through. Once you have that vision, write it down. Then you got to have goals to get to that vision. You have to write them down, put a date on it. Don't just write the goal, I want to do this. When do you want to do it by? Because if you don't put a date on it, you're not holding yourself accountable. So hold yourself accountable by putting a date on there and then do something every single day towards those goals. Do something every single day. I don't care if it's for 20 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, whatever your goal is, whatever you want to be, whatever it is that you see yourself doing, go after it every single day. If it's reading, if it's writing, if it's talking to somebody, whatever it looks like to you, you got to go do it. Because if you don't put in the work, who going to put in the work? If you don't believe in yourself, who going to believe in you? You can't be mad that you didn't get an A on your paper and you didn't put in a amount of homework or a amount of studying. You can't be upset when you don't get to where you at because you didn't put in the work. Sometimes you got to look in the mirror and say, "Hey, what the heck going on? What we doing? Why are we not doing what we supposed to?" Because most of the time we know what we supposed to be doing. We just do. It's easier not to do it.
y'all. I don't know where y'all at. Maybe because the holidays, I don't see no comments. Y'all gonna be on here later. On the way out, usually they got comments, people talking back and forth. They quiet tonight. Or what's
It's
going
winter
on?
break. Everybody on winter break with their kids, trying to keep sane. Kids at home jumping around, staying
Right.
up
Then come
late.
back and watch the replay.
Yeah, I know how it is. It's winter break. Trust me, I know.
Okay, sounds like a plan. So okay, so who do you interview on your show?
Successful underdogs, and that looks like anybody. Like I've had a lady on there that was dealt with sex trafficking. I've had somebody on there that is a multimillionaire from a landscaping company. I've had people on there that's motivational speakers, coaches. A lady that does I can't think of how you pronunciate it, but it's something where it helps your balance and it helps your self-awareness, and you like spin on this machine. I was just she was just on there. I had somebody, he used to be a football star, dealt with tragedy through his whole life, and now he has, it's called Struggle Made Me. So it's different people. It's really, it's people that are able to tell their story and be able to share how they overcame it. Because sometimes people have a story. Oh yeah, well my life was hard and this, and I just woke up one day and I was successful. I don't want to hear that, because people need to hear practical tips. I'm a kindergarten teacher. Excuse me. I want you to break it down to where my 5-year old can understand what you're saying, where they could go out and do these tips. So it's really about people that have been through hard times in life, that are somewhere over there, they overcame that, but they're able to like share and be able to help people. Because a success, like I said, successful underdog is anybody. It don't got to do with money. It don't got to do with your bank account. It's got to do with overcoming situations, because we all got to go through something to get to the victory.
All right, guys. So if you feel like you're a successful underdog, make sure you go to his. Now, how do they sign up to be on the show?
I'm gonna put the email is underdogtalkpodcast@gmail.com. So you gotta email me and just put guest from this show, and then I know what what you why you email me, because sometimes I don't, everybody don't read their emails. I'm bad with emails, so you gotta do a nice little subject for me to know. Like, I want you to do a creative subject so I can know that it's you, because I don't want you to be like, hey, this is nah, because there's certain people that get on the show. Like, I don't want nobody that's boring, and I don't want nobody that talk more than me. And if you talk more than me, you talk way too much.
So that means I can't be on the show.
No, if you know how to talk, if you know how to have a conversation where you can talk, stop, talk, and stop. I listen. I've had a person. She talked for 40 minutes. I didn't get to say nothing. You think that episode aired? No, never. I'm not 40 minutes and I ain't say nothing. I'm the host. I ain't even get 2 words in. Every time I try to say something, she cut me. Nah, I'm not with that. So you
maybe
can't. You got to know how to have a conversation. Let me say that. You can't talk more
maybe
than you got to have a
you
conversation.
didn't tell her maybe you didn't maybe that was her first podcast. She didn't know. She didn't know she had to breathe and pause. She didn't
Nah,
know.
nah, and then it was like she was going like she was trying to bring a controversial topic up,
Oh, well, see, let me
and
tell
then
you.
I'm like, nah, we ain't
I
doing
honestly believe okay, so we on the so we are okay, so this is unmasking the blueprint. So all I do is entrepreneurs. And so I've had people that do different things, and I'm like, this is entrepreneurs, and so I keep it. But for October, we did domestic violence, because I was in a domestic violence relationship for a very long time, where I had my lip busted open and a lot of different things, and so that's very near to my heart. So I wanted to, you know, so I did a whole show. But like, I'm just not gonna bust out in the middle of February and be like, we're gonna Black Power. Like, no, like this is unmasking.
Yeah, now with me, I do like themes. Like if it's like February, I'll probably have like everybody might be black that month, or it might be somebody that's doing something in the community that has to do with that. Or like I had like a series for teachers or educators, and because I'm an educator and I go and speak in schools, so I wanted to get
Right,
information.
but it makes sense though.
But
Yeah, I know what
yeah,
you're saying, but
but
you
it
just
was
can't come out
like
here and just
it
make up
was
your own
something
show.
that yeah, it was something that was like okay, that had nothing to do with what we was talking about because most of the time I pre-call and I talk to people because I want to see how you are when I talk to you. And I was like, this ain't nothing we talked about. I'm like, no, I'm good. Like, so yeah, and please don't come on like, like, don't just come on to try to be coming on. I know I said it's a giveaway, but it's my show and I don't go for too many goofy stuff and because people will be like, oh, you got a podcast. Can I be on? What you got to talk about? Oh, I can talk about. Nope, never mind. Go about your business. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Guys, he didn't mean it. He didn't really mean it. He didn't mean it a lot, like a little
No,
lot.
no, I meant because you got listen. When you in business, you gotta put your foot down. And people will walk all over you. Like this
He
is a
said,
lesson. This is a lesson in entrepreneurship. Just because you got a business, don't mean that you gotta let man
"Oh,
and cousin
oh,
boo boo
y'all, that's good."
and all them just get on your show or get your stuff just cause. Nah, ain't. I don't care who you is. Listen, if my mama came to me on some goof, Mom, sorry, I love you, but nah, we ain't on that. But I've had my mom on the show because I wanted her on the show. But if she came to me and was like, "Oh, I got," nah, man, go and sit down somewhere. Like that's just me, and you got to be like that sometimes. When you got your own stuff, you got to put your foot down and you got to have boundaries because people will walk all over you, or you'll get people on and you like, man, I just wasted 45 minutes of my life, and I can't even air this. Like and you know I'm telling the truth. You know I'm telling the truth. I'm sorry. This is sorry. This is me.
So, guys, so y'all heard what he said. So if y'all want to, if you feel like you're an underdog and you are open, and so guys, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I reached out to a lot of people who I know went through domestic violence, and honestly, they're not open to tell their story. And what he is saying is so true. We like to go from this happened, and we skip all the middle pages, and we want to go to the end of the book, and it doesn't help anybody, nobody, to start from here and to go to the end, because we can't figure out what none of those middle pieces was, because like you just rewinded the whole movie and we caught the end. And so what he's saying, and I understand what he's saying. What he's saying is, in unmasking, we give y'all the key points, right? And so I don't make the entrepreneurs, but almost all the entrepreneurs, when they come in here, they do what? They give y'all the juicy meat. They give y'all the business. They tell y'all, this is what happened. This is how I got here. And let me inspire you and give you some things out. And so he gave y'all the tea. So y'all go follow him. Y'all know what he's telling y'all is the truth. Like he told y'all, the underdog, he been there, he done that. I love. He said he walk in the room. He don't just walk in there. I tell y'all, when I walk in the room, y'all can smell me because you smell it, right? He said no. He shakes it. He said he
Oh, I
shakes
shake
the
the
room. I
ground.
love it. I love it. I love it. And so I definitely appreciate you coming on the show. My show is definitely aired, so you're on the show. So I definitely appreciate you. And so let me know if anybody wins because I like to announce that as well.
Okay. I'm gonna
If you
make
do,
sure I gotta put all the links
please
on
do
here.
make sure you go back and drop the links below. This is and then I'll reach out to you again on Thursday because right now it's live and it's virtual, and then it goes on podcasting on Thursdays.
Okay.
So, all right. So I guess nobody have any questions. I don't know where y'all at today, but I love y'all and I miss y'all and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year and all those great things. And we're so glad that Mr. Eric Jones Jr. was able to grace us with all his multi-talents. Guys, this man told y'all he have a disability. And I'm going to say this with my chest. If he can have a disability and he can have a hold down a full-time job and have multi-businesses, guys, we have no excuses. We have no excuses but to make it happen. Go on, Eric. I feel like you got something to say. Say it.
Nah, you right. And I was coaching basketball and I had to tell my players that like if I can play basketball.
You say he play basketball.
And
Come on now.
I was just like I ain't trying to toot my own horn, but I can really hoop. So if you thinking that you can gonna come on the court and no, it's not gonna happen. But anyways, let me stay on topic. I'm like, if I can shoot the ball, why you can't? There ain't no excuse of why you can't. And all I got is short arms. Like I ain't got nothing that's really, I mean, it's definitely challenging, but I've seen people with no legs, no arms that do more than me. And it's like, how? Because they got a heart. Don't think that talent always gonna get you there. You gotta have heart. Like my slogan is you can measure my arms, but you can't measure my heart. Like you could throw me in the jungle, I'm gonna come out. I don't know how, but I'm gonna come out. And it don't got nothing to do with me reading no book. It don't got nothing to study, and it's about having heart. Because if you don't got heart, life gonna beat you up and you're gonna let it beat you up. But if you got heart, you're gonna be like, all right, I'll take that on the chin. I'm gonna swing back. And when you swing back, you're able to swing back and win. So don't let people think, don't look at people, oh, they got more talent. Okay. Can they outwork you? That's the question that you need to ask. Can they outwork me? If they can outwork you, then they better than you in that particular skill, in that particular area. But if they can't outwork you and you got heart, ain't nobody beating you because can't nobody beat me. I don't care who you is on a basketball court. I don't care you Kobe, you MJ, you Steph, you LeBron. I'm coming in like I'm going to win. Because why wouldn't I? Why would I say I'm going to lose? Why would you say you're going to lose? Make that make sense. Why would you go do something and be like, oh, I'm going to lose? No, I'm going to win. Even if I know I might lose, I'm going to tell myself I'm going to win.
All right, guys. All right, guys. I hope y'all done got motivated for night on this Tuesday on the Unmasking the Blueprint. I will see y'all. I don't think I'm going to see y'all next Tuesday. That's the 20. I don't know. I have to look. All right. I can't wait to see who wins. I might win, guys. Y'all know I'm always trying to win stuff. Okay. Okay. So, all right. You going to dance us out, Eric? Yeah, and Eric don't be listening, watching nothing, so he don't even know what's going on.
Yeah, I seen you doing something. I don't know.
I don't even know the move.
Thank you for tuning in today. It would mean the world to me if you will leave a review, a rating, and subscribe to my show. Please share with your family and friends if you enjoyed the show. This show, Unmasking the Blueprint, is for you. So send me a message with the topics you want us to discuss. Until next time, y'all stay safe.